What's going on, guys? PC here, and welcome to another episode of I'm Playing. Today I'm playing Wing Arms on the Sega Saturn. This is a flight combat game, which many consider to be the predecessor to Propeller Arena on the Dreamcast, which was an unreleased game that was developed and published by Sega, and I think that's the main reason why people think this is the predecessor to it, because this was also published and developed by Sega, and it's another flight combat game. But I think that's where the similarities end, because Propeller Arena was more of an arcade-style game set in an arena with an announcer, whereas this game is more of a simulator. It's based in a real setting, World War II to be specific, and you go on different missions. But despite being more realistic and not quite as wacky as Propeller Arena, it's still quite a fun game to play. So let's just get right into this, and I'll explain as I go here. But here are the different planes you can select. There are 7 different planes. I'm going to go with this one here.
Welcome to the Endeavor. The name is Gordon. I'm your captain. Listen up and listen good. There's no room for error. All right, here's what we know. A military force calling itself Avalon declared war 5 days ago. They launched a surprise attack on our Allied task force as it lay in anchor and destroyed it. They've invaded the Pacific Resource Belt. You must stop them, and you will. If they take over the resource belt, the way is clear for them to take over the world. Objective: neutralize the Avalon force and destroy their main fleet. Operations begin at 0800. All hands prepare for battle. Dismissed.
Oh, that's really funny. The animation on that mouth on that guy was pretty bad. That definitely did not match up with the voice at all. First mission, destroy all airborne targets. So this is basically just a dogfight, so I have to destroy all the targets here. Here are the first of the targets. As you can see, every time I shoot an enemy aircraft down, that percentage meter on the right of my dashboard goes up. That is my mission meter. That tells me what percentage of the mission has been completed. So once that reaches 100%, I will have successfully completed my mission. I also have a shield meter down at the bottom left there that tells me how much damage I've taken. And above the shield meter is the amount of missiles I have. I can shoot a missile by pressing the X button. Let me see if I can take down one of these planes here. There we go. So as you can see, it went down to 29 missiles, which I start out with 30. Also have other indicators such as speed and altitude, and also in the center there we have my radar, which tells me where the enemies are. Ow! Rammed right into that plane. The graphics in this game are really impressive, especially for the Saturn, which is not known for 3D games at all. But this actually looks really good, and it plays very smoothly. The frames per second are just really, really smooth. Which, of course, since this is a first-party developed game, you would expect it to be pretty good, because the Saturn was notoriously known to be hard to program for due to the complex hardware. So Sega was really one of the only companies that knew how to take full advantage of the Saturn's hardware. And I think it shows with this game, because it just runs really smooth, it looks good, and it's a fun game. I'd really like to get the mission stick for this game. Unfortunately, I don't have it. It does support it, and very proudly on the box, actually. So I think this game was actually kind of the showcase for the mission stick, which is, if you don't know, the mission stick is a flight stick for the Saturn. Unfortunately, I don't have one, which I would like to get one eventually, and maybe try it out with this game. But it works quite well with the standard controller, so it's definitely not required. Slow down my plane a bit here. Now you can slow down the plane by tapping the A button and increase your speed by tapping the C button. So if you keep whizzing past the other planes, you might want to slow down. Or in this case, they're whizzing past me. Come on, stand still. There we go. Alright, so we're at almost 80% complete now. So probably have about maybe 5-6 more planes to go. You can do a barrel roll by tapping the left or right trigger buttons, which is used mainly to avoid attacks from the other planes if they're behind you. There we go. Like this. Yeah, the final 2 planes in this game are hard because they constantly target you and you have to avoid their attacks and get behind them in order to actually shoot them, which is very hard to do. Come on. Going up and way up into the clouds here. Finally avoided him, although, wow, I am spinning out of control here. Okay, going down, turning around, hopefully I can target this guy. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Go, 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 go. Oops. I opened the map there for a second. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to shoot a missile at him, but opened the map instead. Come on. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sometimes I accidentally barrel roll. Oh boy. He's gonna get behind me again, isn't he? It's the only thing I don't like about flight combat games. The constant flying in a circle, trying to get behind your enemy. It can get quite annoying. Come on. I'll take down this one guy. Finally. Okay, so I only have, 2 more to go actually, according to my radar. Or maybe 3. Nope, it's 2. Oh, yep, definitely 3. Wow, more than I thought. You can change your perspective in the game by tapping the X button, but I prefer the in the cockpit view myself. Although this mode allows you to see more around you. I'm going to switch back to the cockpit. There's also a front view, which is pretty useless. I don't know why anyone would actually switch to that view, unless you like being confused and disoriented. This could take a while. Just keep flying around in a circle trying to get behind them. Oh boy. Oh. This is the only thing with the Saturn controller. The analog sticks, or not the analog sticks, the trigger buttons are pretty sensitive. So I find myself accidentally pressing them quite often. So I think I'll probably end the video here. There's really not much more to go over here. I think you get the basic idea of the game. It's your pretty traditional flight combat game, but really impressive for the Saturn, I think. The graphics are great, it runs really smooth, and the controls great. It's just a really fun game to play, and it's really cheap. I only paid $1.18 for this game shipped, so it was definitely well worth the price, and it's really, really good. So if you have a Saturn, definitely check this game out. But anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.